Hello, we are going to work problem 5.27. So we're going to do job costing, two different jobs. We'll do it just using a plant-wide overhead rate, and we'll do it using activity-based costing. But the point is to come up with costs for two different special jobs, and that's what job costing is about. You're doing it by the job. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is calculate a plant-wide rate based on machine hours. What is the bid for each job? So to do this, we need to know the overhead. So here's the overhead, and we need to total that. It totals $162,500. For the plant-wide rate, it says to use machine hours, and they estimate 50,000 machine hours. So we can get our overhead rate. And then we'll figure out for each of these jobs material, labor, overhead, and a markup, 40% markup, and then that'll be our bid. Alrighty. So the first thing to do is figure out our overhead rate, and it's 162,500 divided by 50,000 machine hours, right? And I got that 162.5 just by adding up all my overhead. Alright, so 162.5 divided by 50,000 is equal to 3.25 per machine hour. Alright, so that's going to be our plant-wide rate, and we'll just use that for our overhead for both jobs. However many machine hours they use. Alright, so we're ready to bid our jobs. So we've got job 1 and job 2. So first of all, we have to get direct material for job 1. Job 1 is 4,500, job 2 is 9,340. And then of course direct labor, which it tells us is 1,200 for job 1 and 2,100 for job 2. Overhead, right? So for job 1, it's going to be 325. Let's see here, machine hours. Oh, they both take 200. So great. It's the exact same amount of overhead for both. Overhead, 3.25 times 200. Right, our rate times our hours. So that's 650. Right, and let's add those up, and we're going to get a total manufacturing cost, direct material, direct labor, overhead for job 1 ends up being $6,350, and direct material, direct labor, and overhead ends up being $12,090. Now, the question actually asks us not for the total manufacturing cost, which is what we tend to be thinking about in costing. I want to know what are we going to bid for this job. So it tells us the markup is 40%. So that means we're going to take 40% of this and add it, and that's what we're going to bid, so we can make a profit. So 40% markup, 40% of 63 is 2540, and 40% of 12,090 is 4836. So our actual bid is adding those up. So 6350 plus 2540 is 8890 for job 1. And 16,926 for job 2. So this is our bid. The answer is So when we go to bid job 1, we're going to make this bid. It's our costs based on overhead rate of 325. All right, so we're going to quit there, and we're going to look at the same thing using activity-based costing in our next video.